Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's mukbang, I am super excited because I made some more loaded burgers. So I got a request to do another loaded burger mukbang and I'm super stoked because I've been craving burgers, so I made some more. And I also have some vegan onion rings and I have ketchup and mayo chip. This is just a mixture of ketchup, vegan mayo, and I think I put garlic powder in it too. And then I made a white chocolate cheesecake, vegan obviously. I had a bunch of vegan cream cheese in my fridge and I didn't know what to do with it, so I decided I wanted to make a vegan cheesecake. And then also for today's mukbang, I'm going to be talking about a vacation I just went on. I went to Utah a couple weeks ago on vacation with my family, our annual summer vacay, and our annual summer vacation, and it was super fun, so I'll just be giving you anecdotes of some of the highlights from that trip. So yeah, but first I'm gonna try the cheesecake because I really just want to try it. So it has a vegan graham crust, vegan white chocolate cheesecake with a vegan white chocolate ganache on top, and I put more graham crackers around the top and more vegan white chocolate. So very excited for this. Oh my gosh. Dun, dun, dun. So that's what it looks like. Ah! Super messy. Okay. You guys, oh my gosh, this is amazing. It's so creamy. It tastes just like cheesecake. What have I done? Mmm. Oh, that's so good. Okay, I'm gonna have an onion ring now. These are Red Robin's frozen section onion rings, which are accidentally vegan, so I've had these before on my channel. I had them in a previous burger mukbang, and I also had them in a taste test video, and they're my favorite onion rings ever. Alright, before I start on the story times, I want to try these burgers because I'm so excited. So I made a regular burger and then just added onion rings to it. I made a double patty burger, and then I made a regular burger, but I put peanut butter on it because I've heard that that's good. I don't know if it's going to be good, but we're going to see. I kind of want to start with the onion ring burger. And for all of these burgers, I just used Beyond patties. Okay. That's what it looks like. So I just put vegan American cheese, pickles, more of the mayo chip, ketchup, the patty, and onion rings. I think that's it. That's bomb. Just a forewarning, this is probably going to get pretty messy, so. Okay, now for the double patty. This one is sliding down the plate. So this one has 2 patties with cheese, onions, more of the mayo chip, ketchup, shredded lettuce, and pickles. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so messy. That is so good. Oh my gosh. That is just falling apart. Okay, and then last but not least, the peanut butter burger. So I literally just did a patty with vegan cheese and then peanut butter. That's what it looks like. And then I put the peanut butter on the bottom. Alright, let's see. That's actually not bad. That's interesting, because it's almost like I can't even taste the peanut butter, but then I get a subtle hint of peanut butter, but it's still good. I don't know. And then I also have water to drink. Okay, so the first story, it was, I think, the first day that we made it to Utah. So in Utah, we were staying at my mom's dad's house, and Maylee and I went on a little night walk. It was actually still pretty light outside, but it was like 7:30, and we passed by this house, and there's this dog that just runs at us. And I wasn't scared because the dog seemed pretty playful, but this dog started going crazy. Like, it was running around everywhere. It was just high energy. Not thinking much of it, Maylee and I continue on our walk. We pass by the house that it came from, and it starts looping around, kind of like it's running back to us and then running back to the house and then running back to us. And Maylee and I are like, is it gonna follow us all the way home? Like, we probably should check to see if this dog has an owner or belongs to the house that it's at, if you know what I mean. Because we didn't want to have this dog follow us all the way home and then be labeled as dog nappers, you know. So we end up going to the house that the dog kept running back to, and we knock on the door. And then Maylee's like, what if this dog doesn't even belong to this house? But that didn't even matter, because when the door opened, the dog shot straight in. It was really funny, but that dog did belong to the owner of that house, so it was fine. And he was like, I didn't even know how she got outside. And he was really grateful that we helped her get back inside. Anyway, it was just really funny. But that just reaffirms that animals are intelligent things, and that dog was trying to get back into her house and was just trying to tell us that she needed to get in. So, when I was at my grandpa's house, I actually did a free trial gym membership for Vasa Fitness. Not sponsored, but I wanted to go to the gym, and so I did a free trial for Vasa, and I told you this one was going to be messy. The people who worked there were actually really nice. One of the last days I went, I only went two times. I think I only went 2. But my last time going was really good. I trained legs, and it felt really nice because normally I do dumbbell workouts for legs, and so having the machines, I was like, this hits different. And as I was leaving, there was this very fine guy at the front desk. His eyes were absolutely gorgeous, and I probably was drooling on the way out of the gym. But anyway, I digress. I head through, oh no, I think I first say like, thank you or whatever, and he's like, oh, no problem, have a good day, blah, blah, blah. And then he smiles at me, and I was just like, jaw fully dropped, you know, beautiful smile. My jaw wasn't actually dropped, but I'm painting a picture here. Just God-given beauty. So there were 2 sets of doors, and I make it through the first set, and I'm like, you know what? I really just want to tell him that he's a beautiful smile. So I quickly turn back around, and I'm like, you have a beautiful smile, by the way. I just want you to know. And he was like, oh, wow, thank you. Like, genuinely happy. I just wanted to add this in there because I wanted to let you guys know that I found this really cute guy, and like, I'm kind of depressed because it's like one of those things where you see this beautiful person once and then you're probably never going to see them again. It's whatever. But not only did it make his day better, I think, but it made my day complimenting him. So if you're ever in a rut, do people say that? Whatever, compliment someone because it makes a big difference. So this next story actually involves another walk. I was actually on my own this time, and I wanted to go exploring in my grandpa's neighborhood. I was going in a direction that I had previously been in, but obviously I wasn't paying enough attention, or I made a wrong turn or something, but I ended up getting lost. It was quite scary. Good thing I had Google Maps, and I found my way back, and it was literally like a 5-minute street to get to where I needed to be, if that makes sense. So I was 5 minutes away to a familiar area, to where I was trying to get to, pretty much. And so my 40-minute walk ended up turning into like an hour and 10-minute walk or something, because I was like looping around different areas. Anyway, it's funny because I've never gotten lost. Oh no, stay. I've never gotten lost on a walk before, at least not one that I remember. So anyway, I don't know why I wanted to share that, I just felt like it. So yeah. Also, I went on a lot of walks in Utah because the weather is so beautiful there. And one of these walks, I went on this back path, and it was a pretty long back path. I was kind of walking, doing my own thing, listening to music, acting weird. I don't remember what I was doing, but I know I was doing something super weird because I end up passing this kid who's just sitting on the side of the path, and I look at him in the midst of doing whatever weird thing I was doing, and I was like, hi. And I just kept walking, and he was like, hi. I don't care. Like, he can judge me if he wants. I was having a good time. But I just wanted to add that in there because I thought that was funny. So I think it was the third day that we were in Utah. I was with my cousin at her house, and she was painting my nails. And we were sitting on her carpet, and her carpet's kind of dark. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of splotchy and dark. I'm going to preface this story by telling you guys that I have a fear of spiders, okay? So we were doing my nails, and I was telling her a story, and I kind of slowly stop, and she looks at me, and she's like, I'm looking at the sideboard of the wall, and it looks like there's a spider. But I couldn't tell because of the carpet. Like, a lot of the carpet looked like that. Like, it was kind of pressed up against the wall, and it made it kind of look like a spider in many different areas. And so I was kind of just staring at it, probably for a solid 30 seconds, not talking. And I was like, I think that's a spider. My cousin looks at it, and she's like, oh, yep, that's a spider. And I was like, oh my gosh. And, like, I couldn't even move. I was mortified. Being the big baby that I am. Anyway, so she leaves the room, and I'm like, where are you going? Don't leave me here. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. And so she comes back with the shoe, and I have this really strong feeling to stand up and move. She proceeds to try and smush the spider, and it quickly crawls right to where I was previously sitting. So if I didn't move, I would have been eaten alive. But anyway, we lost the spider. Perfectly comfortable for me, right? But then we eventually found it, and she killed it, so yeah. I'm probably just exposing myself and embarrassing myself all at once on the internet. Love that for me. Bro, I can't get over this cheesecake. I was so worried it was just gonna like ooze once I took the side of the springform pan off, but it didn't, and I'm so happy. I can't get over the texture of it too, though. Did y'all hear that? My room is haunted, I swear. Okay, so our second week into our vacation, we went to this place called Park City, and every year we stay at this resort called Westgate, and we stay there with my mom's side of the family, and we just hang out and have a good time. And they have this little gym there, and so Maylee and I were going back to our room from the gym, and Maylee didn't want to dirty her hands and touch the elevator button, so she tried using her foot, which she had successfully done previously many times, but the ankle, I don't know what happened, but basically she tried to press the button with her foot. Her foot slipped and dropped, and she turned, and then her foot got caught in the garbage can, which was right below the button, and she like, I don't even know how she managed to do this, but her body like spun and she fell on the ground. She was fine, but it was really, really funny. She always has like the funniest falls. I swear she should be a stunt double or something, because she's very good at doing hilarious falls. And then one of the nights that we were in Park City, my cousin from my dad's side, who's also literally one of my most favorite people on this planet, I love him so much. Anyway, Maylee and I ended up hanging out with him. I'm not even gonna bother cleaning. I just want a bite of this, okay? And then I will clean my face. I am a serious mess. This is not even funny. I don't even remember where I was. I was hanging out with my cousin, with Maylee, and we were also hanging out with one of our other cousins on my dad's side and his girlfriend. Oh my gosh, this is completely falling apart. What do I do? Okay, I think I cleaned up all the mess. It was just a super fun night. All 4 of us, 1, 2, 3, 5 of us, if I can count. So we went to this place called Main Street in Park City, and we walked around and went into some stores. We went into this art exhibit thing. Super cool. There was a bunch of like modern art and oil paintings, these glass painting sculpture things that were really, really cool. And we went into a few smaller stores that had clothing and things like that. And my cousin surprised me by getting this necklace for me. It has my initial on it. I just love him so much. He's the biggest sweetheart, and we have been best friends since we were babies, so I love him so much. Then we went to this vegan pizza place. Well, it wasn't fully vegan. But it had lots of vegan options. Maylee and I shared this light pizza, and then we all got some vegan garlic knots to share. And we took the pizza to this park. We ate, and then we played around with so many fun playground equipment. Oh my gosh, there was this spinny donut thing. There were individual spinny things. Some of them you could stand on and hold on to, and if you got the right momentum, you could get going really fast. There were like little bowl ones that you could sit in. Those ones hurt. And then it had this freaking awesome 2-person teeter-totter. Well, I guess 4-person, 2 on each side. But then there was this thing in the middle you could stand on. These were some crazy mechanisms, and whoever thought up these ideas are amazing because it was so much fun. And Maylee and I went on the teeter-totter one, and she was so aggressive. My butt kept slamming because I was catching air. It was hilarious and so much fun. Then we jammed out to music in his car, and it was just such a good time. And then there's this other park that we went to with my mom's side of the family, still at Westgate or Park City. There's this park we go to every single year. It used to be a pretty simple park, but then they also revamped it into this whole modernized crazy mechanism park, and it's so much fun. Granted, I do miss the memories that the other park had. So many memories, but not everything can stay the same, and not everything will stay the same. So plus this new park is just so much fun. So we went there, and we were there for I don't know how many hours. But very fun. There are these 2-person swings. It's kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it. Basically, there are 2 seats and you can swing, and it goes like this, and it kind of balances out the weight. They're extremely fun, and my dad and I, we wanted to go on one together, and so we did. And my dad was being such a child that day. Like, I already knew that he was a very childish being, but boy was the immaturity magnified that day, which I love. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that is a terrible thing. No, I love my dad's childhood side of him. It is so much fun. So we were on this 2-person swing. We both were kind of messing around, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Wait, what's this?" And he puts his feet through the top and starts hanging upside down. My dad is so weird, but I love it. And then they also have one of those like spiderweb net thingies that go really high up. All my brothers and my dad and a few of my other cousins went to the very top and just like laid on it. It was so funny, but I loved it and it was just so much fun. We played pickleball. Well, some played pickleball at the park. I didn't play it at the park, but I played it back at Westgate, and that was really fun. I wish I got to play it more. This one's actually really good. I really don't know how to explain it. You just have to try it, but I'm getting really full, so I think that's the last bite I'm going to take of the burgers, but I'm going to have some more cheesecake. At Westgate, my sister and I got our own designated bedroom. The way it's set up is kind of confusing, but our own bed that was in a small room, but it was, you could close doors so that you had privacy. And I swear that room was haunted because, first of all, every single night we kept hearing this constant like, just like that, and it did it every single night, but it never did it during the day. It was so weird. We constantly heard creaking and just things constantly sounding like they were moving. I know I said I was only gonna have that last bite, but I want one more bite of this one. But that wasn't the only thing. I decided I'm gonna finish this burger. I don't know why, it's addicting. I don't understand how this is good, but it is. Yeah, the scariest part about the room was the fan. It was pretty cool there, and I think our room got the coldest because the AC blew straight into our room, and so I never needed the fan on. One morning I woke up and the fan was on, and I didn't think much of it, so I left it on and I turned it off when I left the room. And I asked Mealy, I'm like, did you turn the fan on at all? And she's like, no, I wouldn't need to, like, it's cool enough. And mind you, nobody else went in our room because we made it very clear that we did not want people in the room because we wanted our privacy. But no one ever really needed to go into the room anyway. So I just assumed that somebody else did it. And then I think it wasn't the night after that, but I think it was a few nights later. Same thing. Unless somebody else in my family went into that room and turned the fan on, the room is haunted. Because everybody else had their own spots in our condo, so nobody else would have needed to go into our room, so it just didn't make sense. Anyway, I'm probably just making stuff up and trying to scare myself, but I think our room is haunted. So the last thing I'm going to talk about is a pool party that we had on my dad's side of the family. We went to this rec center in Utah. We went swimming with my dad's side of the family. This is after Westgate, so we had already been to Westgate, then went back to my grandpa's. And so we were swimming at this rec center, and it was really fun. It had 2 diving boards. I love diving boards. So we did some really fun jumps into the pool. We would name what our jumps were before we jumped in, and then we would jump in. And for my last one, I was like, Spider-Man! And so I jumped, brought my legs up, and went like, I felt kind of cool, if I'm gonna be honest. And then other people continued to jump into the pool. And then, oh my gosh. So my dad has 4 brothers, so I have 4 uncles and a bunch of male cousins. I have female cousins too, but a lot of male cousins. And all of the dudes went to the shallow end of the pool and started jumping in and out of the water. Like, they were in the water, but they would use their upper body and force their body weight into the water and then out again. So they were creating a wave pool. And it actually worked. It was really, really cool. But I swear the lifeguards were probably so done. They were like, this is the last thing I wanted today. And then, oh my gosh. There's an area that has like a window to a room into the rec center. And in order to get to the dressing room, you have to pass by that window. And in the window, I don't even know how it was staying up. There was this fake baby on its side with like a lifeguard uniform on. And it was just like hovering on its side. Don't ask me why, but I couldn't stop laughing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed those stories and this mukbang. This is gonna be my last bite. I'm actually really, really full, but I want one more bite, so. Alright you guys, that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you want me to talk about for future mukbangs. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!